Hello, my global collective of feline enthusiasts and curious bipeds. Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into the juicy drama of my current living situation, do me a massive favor. Hit that like button, share this with your friends, and subscribe to become an official member of Team Salmi. If you are feeling extra spicy today, go ahead and smash that hype button if it has appeared on your screen. It makes my whiskers tingle with digital joy. Now let us talk about the man of the house. Part 1. The forest man from Loppi. I simply call him Human, because giving him a formal title would only inflate his already substantial ego. My Human is a peculiar specimen. He was born in a place called Loppi, which, from what I gather, is a vast expanse of Finnish forest where people probably wrestle bears for sport. However, his parents decided that the Finnish wilderness was perhaps a bit too quiet, so they whisked him away to the United Kingdom when he was only 2 years old. Imagine that, a tiny forest boy suddenly surrounded by tea, crumpets, and the glorious drizzly gray skies of England. That is where he found me, of course. I am a sophisticated British tuxedo cat, the epitome of elegance with my crisp white shirt and my perfectly symmetrical black nose. We lived a charmed life in the United Kingdom, but last year, the call of the wild, or perhaps just a longing for better rye bread, pulled him back to Finland. He packed up my favorite scratching post, my pride and my dignity, and we migrated across the sea. Now we are settled in this Finnish apartment. It is currently April, which means the world outside is a confusing mixture of melting slush and optimistic mud. Through the window, I can see the large garden, but alas, there is no balcony for me to survey my kingdom from a height. My Human seems thrilled to be back in his homeland, though he still acts like a British gentleman half the time. He talks to me in a confusing blend of languages, but I just blink at him until he produces the dreamies. Living with a Loppi-born forest man has its perks. He is very good at maintaining the indoor temperature, which is vital because I did not sign up for the sub-zero lifestyle. He thinks he is the master of this domain, but we all know who really holds the power. I am the one with the sophisticated black nose and the British charm. He is just the guy who moved me away from the land of fish and chips to a place where people jump into frozen lakes for fun. Despite his questionable life choices, he is my Human, and I suppose I shall keep him. But wait until you hear about the roommate he tried to force upon me. It is a total disaster, and I am not holding back in Part 2. Part 2, the salt of the earth. Welcome back to the second installment of my diary, my lovely Team Salmi members. If you are enjoying this tale of international relocation and domestic tension, make sure you drop a comment saying Team Salmi right now, so I know who is truly on my side in this border dispute. People often ask me, Salmi, you gorgeous creature, why do you have such a unique name? Well, grab your snacks, because the origin story is quite delicious. My full name is actually Salmiakki. Yes, like that intensely salty black licorice that Finnish people treat like a sacred relic. My Human has an obsession with it. Apparently, when he was growing up in the United Kingdom, he was deprived of this black gold, since it is not really sold in British shops. Probably because it tastes like a battery dipped in sea salt to the uninitiated. He could only get his fix when he visited his family back here in Finland. He tells me stories of how he would hoard the sweets and bring them back to England, like a smuggler carrying precious gems. When he saw me, a sleek, black and white tuxedo cat with a nose as black as a piece of premium licorice, he knew I was the sweet he had been missing his whole life. He shortened it to Salmi for everyday use, which I find quite chic. It is a name with heritage, a name with flavor, and a name that commands respect. However, respect is exactly what I am not getting from the other side of the living room door. You see, the Human had a bright idea. He thought, Salmi is lonely. Salmi needs a sister. He was wrong, very wrong. Enter Hilma. She was already living here when we arrived, a former forest cat who looks like she has seen things in the woods that would make my fur stand on end. She is almost entirely black, save for a single tuft of white fur on her chest, as if she started getting dressed for a gala and just gave up. We are currently separated by a very sturdy wooden door because the Human is introducing us slowly. Slow is an understatement. It has been a cold war of sniffing the door crack, and let me tell you, her scent screams, I used to eat mice for breakfast. while mine screams, I prefer organic salmon pate. The human sits by the door and talks to us both, hoping for a miracle. He wants us to be a happy family, but I am a British queen, and she is a Finnish woodland phantom. It is a clash of cultures, darlings. I spend my afternoons batting at the shadow of her paws under the door just to let her know who the real Salmiakki is. I am the favorite sweet. She is just the local wildlife. Stay tuned, because I have managed to intercept a message from Hilma herself. Let us see what the forest dweller has to say about our cozy arrangement. Part 3. Notes from the Shadows.
Hello? Is this thing on? The human left this glowing rectangle on the floor, and the loud black and white cat from England is finally quiet for 5 minutes. I am Hilma. I do not have a fancy name based on a sweet, and I do not have a British accent. But I have something much better, a roof that does not leak and a radiator that stays warm all night long. The loud one, Salmi, seems very stressed about everything. She talks a lot about status and fashion, but she has clearly never had to hide from a hungry owl in the middle of a Loppi blizzard. I spent my youth in the forest, and let me tell you, it is overrated. There are too many sticks, the floor is always damp, and the catering service is non-existent. When the human took me in, I thought I had won the feline lottery. I have a soft sofa, a human who understands the importance of silence, and a large garden to look at through the glass where I do not actually have to get my paws dirty. It is April now, and I can see the snow retreating, revealing the old grass. In my past life, this would mean a lot of work. Now, it just means more sunlight for my naps. I am a shy soul. I like my corners and my shadows. Then suddenly, the human returns from his travels with this tuxedo-wearing whirlwind. Salmi is a lot. She smells like expensive soap and entitlement. The human wants us to be friends, but I'm perfectly happy with this door between us. It provides a lovely boundary. She hisses at my paws, and I just sit there, wondering why she is so worried about who owns the hallway. I already know I own the human's heart. I was here first, after all. I do appreciate the human, though. He has that forest energy, even if he spent all those years in that place called the UK. He knows how to keep a quiet house, or he did until the Tuxedo terror arrived. I hear her through the wood, rambling on about her subscribers and Team Salmi. If you ask me, the real fans are the ones who appreciate the quiet life. But I suppose if you want to make the human happy, you should do what the loud one says. Like, share, and subscribe. Maybe if this channel becomes famous enough, the human will buy us a bigger apartment so I can stay even further away from her. It is time for me to retreat back to my hiding spot behind the curtains. The sun is hitting the carpet just right, and that is a luxury I never take for granted. To all of you watching Salmi's drama, just know that on this side of the door, things are very peaceful. I think I will stay a house cat forever. The forest can keep its owls. I have a bowl of kibble and a dream. Goodbye for now, and remember to click that hype button, like this video, and subscribe for me. Whatever that is.